Hi there. If we haven't met yet, my name is Ziebart, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about meat substitutions. So, people take meat out of their diet and then they wonder, what do I put in its place? Is there something that I can replace it with? Is there something that can make my dishes more delicious and give me the comforting feeling that the familiarity of my dishes that I've used in the past without all the health detriments of the animal products? And there's some wonderful things that we can do. So in this video, I'm going to talk about two of them. One of them is a chicken substitute, and the other one is a ground beef substitute. The chicken substitute, going to show you how to use the green jackfruit that is in the can. So it's unripe jackfruit in the can, and it comes in little chunks. Now, you can use ripe jackfruit, but it's going to give you a different flavor, and it's not going to taste as much like chicken. The ripe jackfruit actually works better for pork substitutes. So if you're trying to make a pulled pork sandwich, for example, you take that ripe jackfruit and you simmer it in a barbecue sauce flavors. But this one today, we're going to make chicken, and I'm going to show you that video in just a second. The other one that I want to talk about is the ground beef, and it's sort of a taco meat that I use. And it's made with nuts, taco seasoning, and just a little bit of Bragg's liquid amino. Hi there, this is Jay. I'm just doing a quick demo for you. We're going to turn jackfruit into a chicken substitute. So I have veggie broth heating up and a cube of bouillon in there. It's 250 milligrams of sodium for the whole cube, not too bad. You'll find that the regular ones are much higher than that. So I'm just going to simmer that until it dissolves, and then I'm going to add the jackfruit. Be back in a bit. Okay, I dissolved the bouillon cube in the veggie stock and drained the jackfruit, drained all the liquid out, and then just tossed that in the pan, and then added more veggie stock until it was just covering. Now I'm going to bring it to a boil and let it simmer for 15 minutes or so. Okay, so here is the next phase of the chicken substitute using the jackfruit, the green jackfruit in brine that you buy in the can. So you can see most of the liquid is gone. I ended up simmering it for a little bit longer. I don't measure, so just you want to have most of the liquid absorbed into the jackfruit. So I'm going to turn it off now, and I'm going to take 2 forks and do what you would do for shredded chicken. So you just go in here and you start separating it. You just shred that chicken up, or in this case, the jackfruit. And you can see it's pretty amazing how similar it looks to chicken in flavor. In texture and in appearance. When you actually bite into it, then you'll see the texture. And with the not chicken bouillon flavoring it, it actually tastes scarily similar to chicken. So what I would do with this is just add it to whatever. Make your not chicken noodle soup. I used to love to add chicken to my spaghetti instead of using ground beef. That's something you can do with this. One of my favorite things to do with it is to make it into like a creamy chicken noodle or rice casserole, and it is a lovely addition to that. So you can see what I'm doing here, just sort of shredding it. Now, if you're not as particular or finicky, you can actually just take a potato masher and just mash it, and you'll get a similar effect. But I like things to look as pretty as possible, so I take a moment and use the forks. So I'm not done here. I would keep going until it's completely shredded, but I don't want to bore you with that and drive you crazy with that noise of fork on fork. So that's about it. This is a nice substitution for chicken. So the next one I'm going to do for you is a sort of ground beef, taco meat kind of a substitution. So I do this one with nuts. You can do it with anything you like, but this mixture is a lot of fun because it gives you a really lovely texture. And so what I do is I do 3 different kinds of nuts. One of them really should be raw walnuts if you can do it, because for some reason that walnut, when it's processed up, it just gives the right texture. Just a little bit of bitterness. Something about it is just right in terms of taco seasoning. So in my food processor, I have a cup of walnuts, a cup of pepitas or pumpkin seeds, and a cup of Brazil nuts. But I've used this recipe with lots of different kinds of mixtures of nuts, but always try and include walnuts. So I also have seasonings in there. Right now I have about 2.5 tablespoons of a taco seasoning. And so all the ingredients in here are dry. And I'm going to gently pulse them until they're the right texture. And I'm also going to drizzle in a tablespoon or two of some liquid seasoning. You can use whatever you like, whatever you have on hand, whatever flavor you like. But I use Bragg's liquid aminos. So that's this one. So I'm just going to make a little bit of noise here, so bear with me. I keep my nuts in the freezer, so they're quite hard. If you were doing these from room temperature, they would be chunking up a little better for you, a little faster. All right, I'm just going to turn it on for a second and drizzle in that seasoning. And that looks good to me. That is a beautiful texture. If you would like it a little finer, you can keep going. You can see it sort of resembles ground beef a little bit, and if you could smell it right now, it smells absolutely amazing. So there's another option for you. Thank you for watching today. Please do like, comment, subscribe. It helps to get this information out there. Feel free to reach out to me anytime if I can answer any questions for you. My email is jay@pb4life.com. That's JAY@pbforlife.com. And I hope you have a lovely, healthy day.